Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a quick and easy meal prep. This meal prep is going to yield 5 days worth of meals, and we're just going to jump right in. So I am making hard-boiled eggs for breakfast along with some turkey bacon and some mixed berries and some oatmeal. And then for lunch I'm going to have a Nourish bowl with spring mix, rotisserie chicken, roasted sweet potatoes, and roasted Brussels sprouts. I'm going to put some hemp seeds in there and some dried cranberries as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash my sweet potatoes and get those peeled and chopped up. We just use this waste bin for all of our vegetable scraps and then throw it into our composter. Next up, we're going to get the Brussels sprouts chopped up as well. I like to chop them kind of horizontally when I'm making this particular meal prep because I feel like they're a little bit easier to eat, like they're more bite-sized, and they also cook faster. Now that all of the vegetables are prepped, I'm going to go ahead and get the oven preheated. And then the next thing I'm going to do is get my turkey bacon ready to go in the oven. I like to do the turkey bacon, the sweet potatoes, and the Brussels sprouts all together at once because for me that's just the most efficient. I can focus on other things while they're all in the oven. I usually do 425 or 25 minutes, and that's the perfect amount of time for everything to cook all the way through. While the oven finishes preheating, I'm going to get all of the Brussels sprouts and sweet potatoes seasoned. So you can see the seasoning that I'm using here. The first thing I do is coat everything with a little bit of olive oil, and then I just go in and season generously. I'm generally using the same seasonings for both with one difference. I do add cumin and a little bit of cinnamon into my sweet potatoes, and then I add cayenne into my Brussels sprouts because I like those to be just a little bit spicy. And then I also add some fig balsamic glaze that you'll see in a couple seconds here to the Brussels sprouts because that just makes them extra delicious. I ended up having to change the tray that I had the sweet potatoes on so that everything would fit in all at once. I mean, I knew that that tray wasn't going to fit when I put it on there the first time, so I don't really know why I did it. But anyway, everything is all set now. So while those things are baking in the oven, I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. I actually need these bowls for the next part of my meal prep. One of them is going to be for the ice bath for the hard-boiled eggs that I'm about to prep right now. And then the other one is going to be for cleaning the fruit that I'm going to have, which you'll see in just a few seconds. So while the eggs are boiling and everything is in the oven, I'm going to break down the rotisserie chicken. This makes just about enough for 4 ounces of meat in each of my meal preps. I do save the bones and put those in the freezer, and when we have enough, we make fresh chicken stock from that. Once the eggs come to a boil, I take those off the heat and I let them sit there for about 7 minutes because I like my eggs to be like medium boiled, not necessarily hard boiled. I'm going to get all of my berries soaking in some vinegar to clean those off, and then put my eggs into the ice bath so that those are ready to go. Next, I'm going to prep my oats. So I just use 1/3 cup of oats and 2/3 cups of milk. And then I put in about 1/8 of a cup of the pecan blend that I get from Wegmans. I'm still playing around with measuring my food and tracking everything. I've been using MyFitnessPal to try to figure out my macros and track the amount of protein and fiber and everything that I'm using. So For my greens, I just put however much in there. I don't really measure that or track that in any way. But then I will try to measure at least 4 ounces of protein, no matter what kind I'm having, for my lunch. And then I try to measure how much of the sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts I'm using as well. So I just make sure that I zero out my food scale before I do each additional ingredient that I put in, so that I know how much of each thing I'm putting in. This little food scale is super old. I've probably had this thing for like 10 years, and I think I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond. It was probably like $10 or something like that. You can probably get them from anywhere. I am doing roughly half a cup of berries into each of these containers, and I usually just have this with my oatmeal in the morning. The eggs have been cooling off for a while, so I'm just going to put all of them into one container, and I am going to just keep them in there and only take out what I'm going to eat for that day as I go throughout the week. I feel like they just kind of last a little bit longer that way. And then along with that, I put 2 pieces of turkey bacon in because that fits perfectly inside the container with the 2 peeled eggs. And the rest of it just gets wrapped up and put in the fridge because I don't have enough of those containers with the orange top, those Pyrex, to fit everything in. So I just do 1 or 2 of them at a time and redo them in the morning as I go throughout the week. So that's everything. Here's all of the meals for 5 days. And I also throw in some kind bars for a snack if I get hungry throughout the day. I'll just have one of these protein bars. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.